Okay, so today we'll look at how wildcard works and how aliases works that eases your command line interfaces in Linux. So until my machine gets started, I'll pause for a while. Okay, let's see. Okay, so first of all, let me give you some fundamental knowledge how wildcards can be used. For that, I have some comments. So today we'll be discussing about okay. So the hash sign over here is the comment. So just for the while, question mark can be used to represent one character or single character. So it matches a single character. Great. Similarly, uh, if you look at the asterisk sign, this matches all or matches any number of characters. Perfect. Similarly, if you have something like to say that there could be anything characters in between, say small a to small z, anything in between, then you could say matches a range. Means it could be anything from a to z, a b c d and all that. Okay, so matches a range of values. Perfect. Next, so it could be either a say if I say cat cat, then this means it could be anything specific, either C or A or T, nothing else, either C, A or T. So matches the characters in the set. Great. And to complement these two, we have something like caret sign saying A to Z, that you might have guessed that it matches except except the range specified. That means anything that doesn't belong to A to Z. Okay, saying so. Next we have is again the caret sign. If you place it over here, it's something like negation. So and then if I say cat, it means not belonging to C, not belonging to A, and not belonging to T either. Anything except C, A, or T. Okay, so anything, any characters except uh, C, A, or D. Instead, I would like to say not in the specified. Perfect. And now, let me create three scenarios over here. Okay. So, hopefully, let's have this thing over here, and I'll create another tab. Just to give you some example, I would rather go to and say Alias. Now look, we have several files and directories over here. But what I want is, I want to find, so find the directories or files that start with, okay, that has three characters. Okay, so for that, I would have said ls minus d. I'll tell you what is d stands for. D says do not go inside that folder. D says just list out the folders if it is, or the file if it is, but do not go inside that particular folder. Otherwise, if I don't say minus D, then it could have shown recursive files over there. So ls, and what do I need? I need any files or directories, name of the any files or directories that it starts with or that has three characters in it. It could be anything. It could be numbers. It could be anything that Linux file system allows the file for. Okay, so if you see here, we have all the files or name of the folders that we have over here is we have three characters length. Okay, great. Now I have a scenario like I want something like mm, list all the files or directories having having uh, poor length 4 characters and O as the second last character. Okay, so that says ls minus d, and now you specify your format, and the format says so 4 characters means 4 characters, but the second last character has to be O. So let's see O. Perfect. So now if you see all of these folders or file, whatever you say, the root, if you see here, it is the home directory of the root user. Normal user cannot access the home directory of the root user. It's only the root user can access it. Okay, so those things I had explained it earlier, but for the meanwhile, I'm just targeting how wild characters can be used for searching or specifying. There are pretty good use cases for it. So, okay, and now I have another scenario. Let's say I want to find the files or directories that has say A2S as its first letter, and then it can be of n length. Okay, so that says ls minus d, and since it's between A to S, so A to S, and this determines that it could be any length. So the first character has to be anything between A to S, and then any it could be of any length. So any characters further. Here, if you see, all of the files and folders listed over here have uh, anything between A to S. Okay, pretty good. Now, uh, I want say complement of this. Then I could have said ls minus d, and then you might have guessed A to S, and then the asterisk sign. Okay, so not between A to S. Great, done. So we have these things. So in this way, you could use all of these parameters. Now I have something like, say, find the list of all the files and directories that has either A, S, and H as the first character and can be of uh, say 4 characters length. Now we might or we might not find such files. Okay, so it could be like ls minus d and as and h. So ash, and it could be of 4 characters. So first character is either A, S, or H. Then we have second, third, and 4 character length. Here we have it. Fine. Okay. So this thing did you got to know about the wildcard characters and some scenarios how we can use it. Well, so next you have is something called alias. Okay. You can have aliases to work with your commands or to work with your file system so that it can be helpful. For example, if I simply say alias alias, then you'll see all the aliases declared over here. Okay, so aliases can be of 2 types. One is temporary, the other is permanent. So if I say alias alias, and let's say we have a command called, say, hmm we have a cat command, okay? But I want the cat command to just say as C, okay? Or say read equals cat, okay? So if you say this, then it gets listed over here. So now if I say alias, then I can see over here that the is listed right over here. Okay, so now for the file, let's say I have a file called hello.txt and I have some contents here, uh, which okay, let me see. most probably I'm not supposed to create a file over here. So I would rather go to my home directory, and now if I say uh, my file, okay, I want to uh, save and quit. So instead, if I say cat and my file, I will get the content. And if I say read and my file, I will get the same content. Okay, so in this way aliases work. But what if I say exit, and if I say exit, and if I open up the terminal again, and if I say alias, you will see the read thing is not over here. So in this way, temporary aliases can be created. But if you want your commands or some commands to store for a longer duration, for a session specific for a longer duration, then for session specific we have a bash.rc file, .bash rc file. Here you see it. Okay, so if you see here, we have a .bash archive file, and if you need to make an entry over there, okay, so clear vim .bash rc, and if I go to insert mode, if I go to down below, and if I say another alias as read equals cat, okay, and if I say alias mm, say my calendar, so calendar equals say fine. If you want to uh, then if you see here, it won't get listed out. Okay, it's not right here because first time in order to take its effect, the bash effect, uh, it gets affected only if the new login or say new session has been started. Okay, so for here, if I say alias now, it will get listed. It's right here. Okay, so sometimes people get confused, or new students, or say they can't figure out that even if I set the alias in .bash rc file, why is it not getting reflected? It's because it's session specific and the user has to relog in order to take its effect. But now it's permanent just because it's a .bash file. So now, excuse me, now it's permanent. Okay, so for this session, that would be all for the day. Thank you. And if you have anything, you could put them into comments.